Toddy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. By golly, and welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Eastern Michigan Eagles, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Eastern Michigan ready to kick it off and get this game going. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Rebels offense will get the first swing of the game. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
No, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Rebels are flying down the field. Give to the running back. Oh, what a move. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I think one of the hardest places to move the football in the field is right outside that fringe area. Now the offense gets to skip that area because it was a great job by this running back making something happen, getting the ball all the way down the field, now set up on 1st and goal.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Eastern Michigan, 0.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Eastern Michigan Eagles offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Spins away from the defense. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He looks that one in nicely. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. Grabs it in the middle.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
He wants to pass it on second down. Finds his big tight end. Bringing the heat. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. A first down run in the red zone. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Lets it fly. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete. So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Eagles.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
On to attempt the try. And it's perfect. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
Handoff to the single back. And he runs it all the way down to the 3-yard line before he's finally knocked down. He now has 80 yards on the ground and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Eastern Michigan, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here in the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Still running at the 40. He's into the open down the middle. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Eagles.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Finds a spot in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. 1st and 10 from their own 1, and they really need to create some breathing room. The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll go to the ground. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 2nd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played 1. Boy, they tried to end the 1st quarter on a high note to no avail. 2nd quarter's coming. Will the offenses continue to walk it up and down the field, or is there a defensive stop somewhere as we start the 2nd quarter? Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Pulls it in on the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Rebels with the 1st and 10. The give to the left side. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. Boy, he's over 100 now at 102 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Keeps the legs moving. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Rebels are threatening in the red zone. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and an ability up front and a belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely.
Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Eastern Michigan going fast.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
Eastern Michigan surgical on offense right now.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, what happens is that DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Trying play action. Fires on the move. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
When you're a quarterback and you throw a comeback route, you really trust your wide receiver, and he's going to do what he's supposed to do. Obviously, all the way out towards the sideline, making it look like he's running way down the field. Nice connection between quarterback and wide receiver.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Now they'll run the draw.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D-tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double-teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Wide open downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan.
Eastern Michigan.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into the season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Eastern Michigan.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the depth.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Rebels!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the returner is stopped. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. And the ball's on the ground. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Now he's going to break the pocket. Short gain on the play before he slides.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a 1st down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The running back has it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His 1st interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Get it out on the screen, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He makes a grab. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Eastern Michigan!
Eastern Michigan.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he takes this from inside the 5, and the returner will be brought down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He fires one deep over the middle. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That's reeled in. It's McKinney. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He'll come out throwing on first down. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last pick.
Trying to get behind the defense. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there today in Oxford. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. And with that, let's head back to the Grove at our fellas at Vaught-Hemingway Stadium.
And the Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Quickly complete. At the 45, on his way. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Eagles! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Florida State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it.
Running back.
Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab on the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. They'll try to pick up the first. The Rebels are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. From the 22 on 1st and 10. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! And that one will give them the lead. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's first down. They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's McKinney. And they'll mark him down after making that grab, and that's one way to start digging out of that hole, but they're still short of the first down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. Just needs a crack to get a return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Hold it. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And now I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play four-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the left. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. And the Rebels are marching down the field. All they needed were a couple of inches, and they were able to convert on fourth down.
And I like...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Rebels!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field, holding the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He makes the connection. And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. Finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first down. They throw the football and get first down. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football and getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
They keep pushing forward. Now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. and 4 touchdowns on the day.
Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the third. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Off the play fake. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Eagles! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. First down here for the offense. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. At the 35, he's open. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Can't get him to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Running to the left. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. The run to the left. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. They're 3 for 4 on 4th down in this one, and they'll try it again. They'll try it on the ground. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on first down. Got it in the middle, it's McKinney. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. He wants to throw. Makes the grab. stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quick completion to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Using the quick game. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on fourth and goal. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having to lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Turning to the running game on first and goal. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the fourth. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
And the Eagles want to move quickly. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
Got a man, it's McKinney. Off he goes. Touchdown, Eagles. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. First down here for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Fighting off the defender. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And they'll bring him. first down.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. In the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They build this fourth-quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Comes out throwing on first down. He's got an open man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They came out hot on this drive, one play and already near midfield. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's McKinney. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They keep attacking through the air. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And after the explosive run, giving this offense a little bolt of energy, he steps out of bounds with a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it on the run. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the move. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down. Eastern Michigan going fast. Looking to throw. Going for 6. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's going for it all. And he reels it in inside the 30. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Looking to go up top on first down. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Touchdown, Rebels! How about that D coming up with a play like that? Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense.
And that ball is picked off.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Eastern Michigan 49.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create.
He's got it down the right side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
56.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going up top on first down. Looking for a deep man. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. Dialing up a second down pass play. He's not afraid to go deep. And he hauls it in inside the 30. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game.